yeah, I made a report because there's a little Vermilion River behind there. This building is taxed as a vacant building to the LaSalle County taxes. And they've been running semi-loads down my road for forever. Well, once the fire happened, about a week after the fire, they started trucking material out, and I was recording them. And they would have the cops come up and escort them. And I seen product in there, potassium permanganate, that is not allowed in there. I also seen a bunch of 55-gallon drums. And there's a river behind this building, and it's just boarded up. It looks like a vacant building. There's no name on it. There's no placards. There's no address. Nothing. The address actually changed from Porter and Zinc to Porter and Todd to 1439 Porter. And nobody in the city knows anything about anything. And they won't even go in it and look at it. So, and the report was made for a possible, pollution to a river and air. And I'm waiting for these troops to all come, and I wondered why nobody was coming. I started calling the people on the list, and they're pretty.
Something to keep in mind. I mean, it would be a novel idea if we could go breaking down doors, but we really can't. I mean, I know people think that we do and we can, but someone can let something, and if it's inside a building that and we have no smoke or we have no, unfortunately, we don't have the authority to go and break down a door, and we don't have that.
But so you're saying nobody has a right to investigate a possible violation?
Well, you're saying it's a violation, but is there any smoke around there?
Any smoke? No, but I can. Hey, hang on. I can tell you that a fire alarm went off for over 5 hours, and I have it on video, and nobody came and I even have the FOIAs that the alarm went to Karis Chemical Control Tower and not my local fire department. And I'm doing digging. I find out it's a tier 2 chemical storage facility that nobody in my city informed any of the residents in this neighborhood about. It's not. It's an abandoned building with a hole in the roof. They are not. They are. EMA from EMA. And an officer went in that building and came out and said they had potassium permanganate. And potassium.
So then why didn't he write anybody up? Why didn't he do something?
Why? Because the city's sitting here helping Karis. That's why. That's why I called you guys. So you're telling me when a person calls and files a complaint, nobody even comes and checks up on it?
No, well, what you're saying is you don't have any proof.
I don't. 55-gallon drums, and should I see?
I want you to understand one thing, and this is a mistake, a misconception people have. We don't have the authority to go breaking down doors.
Then who does? Who does? Who does? Who does?
What you tell me is if I said that Jamie is if I told the cops that guy needs to be arrested, are they going to come and arrest you?
Will they investigate? They sure will. They sure will.
They have to have something to investigate. I said, well, the guy.
Oh, so the National Response Center is pretty much worthless to us. Is that what you're telling me?
Because nobody did anything, sir. So the building has to blow up in my backyard and kill me in order for you to do something? I'm confused, sir. I am.
There's a building that you think that there's something in there.
I know there's something in there.
We don't go and break down the doors. Do you understand that, Jamie?
I understand what you're saying, but when somebody makes a complaint that there's a tier 2 chemical storage facility that is not up to code.
I'm going to forward this to the Rocker office, and they're going to take that up. They're going to look at it.
Oh my God.
Breaking down the doors. You're saying, that's probably not going to happen, but they will look at records. They will see.
Yeah, they're going to call Karis like everybody else does, and they're going to smooth it over, sir. I'm not trying to be ignorant, but people have been twisting me around 6 ways from Sunday. And it's funny how an incident report. Listen, it's funny how an incident report can get hid. How does an incident report get hidden? How does an incident report get hidden? Explain that to me, sir. So why did nobody contact me?
You have no proof that's been hidden. You have no proof.
I don't. I have pictures. I have videos. I have all kinds of proof, sir.
I'll tell you this. That's not mine. I'm not from IEMA. I don't know what's going on there.
So you're telling me it's IEMA? Is it IEMA's responsibility? Is what I need to know.
I'm going to forward this to the Rocker office.
No, I need to know if IEMA is responsible for what goes on in this building. Who's responsible for? I called IEMA. I called them, and they're giving me you. They're giving me you. IEMA gives me you.
I can't speak for IEMA. I don't work there.
Well, this is the problem.
IEMA's on site at many disasters. I know that.
Well, you're pretty much telling me the building had to blow up in order for you guys to come do anything. This is ridiculous.
That's not what I said.
Yes, you did. You said, do you see smoke, sir? Sir.
You're just saying that you've seen some trucks. You took some pictures. That's great. What we have to have some evidence.
Okay. They told the city in an FOIA. Listen to me, sir, just for 1 second. 1 second. Listen to me, one second. They told the city, my city, I got the FOIA, the first lie. The only thing in that warehouse was machine parts. Listen to. I'm just telling you what I'm telling you. They said it was machine parts. Then it moved to chemicals. Then it moved to a tier 2 chemical storage facility. And then it turned into, they got potassium permanganate in there that they can't have, and nobody's looking into it. And you're telling me it's got to have smoke coming out of the building for somebody to go in. A fire alarm went off for hours, and nobody came but Karis Chemical.
I'm going to forward this to the Rocker office. They have investigated, they have inspectors, and they will take it up and look into it.
You're pretty much telling me they're going to call him and talk to him. And that's what this, listen, you said it in the beginning of the conversation, sir.
You didn't hear me. I said I'm going to give this to the Rocker office. They have investigators, and they will get on that.
No, you told me they were going to make calls and look at paperwork.
I did not say that. That's absolute lie.
It is? It is?
I did not say that. I said they're going to go. I'm going to say it again for a third time.
No,
You're not listening.
you told me that there needs to be smoke for anybody in my head. You know what? You're working for Karis, you asshole. So do whatever you got to do. You're working for Karis. Every one of you guys are covering shit up for Karis. And we're the ones at risk here, sir. And nobody seems to give a shit.
What you're not listening to is there are laws that even law enforcement officers have to follow. They can't
My fire chief has the right to go into the building, and he will not go in there because they're working for Karis. I've requested him to go into the building. He refuses to go into the building. So what do?
I don't know. They don't work for me.
So all these people that are supposed to be in charge of our safety, they didn't have a material safety data sheet, the city didn't, on what was in the building. Nobody knew about the building. So somehow this building came up, has an address, and it's behind our homes, and now we realize what they were really doing, and we're trying to get it addressed, and nobody's wanting to address it.
And you're telling me because you can't knock down doors, but you can make phone calls and you can.
Rockford office that I'm going to forward this to, and they have inspectors, and they will definitely look at it. They look at all the places they come in.
Then how do I follow up on that then? Because I get so many numbers. You don't know how many numbers and how many calls I've made, how many hours on the phone to get information on what is going on.
What you can do is in about 2 weeks, you can call the Rockford office. Okay? In about 2 weeks, you call the Rockford. Now, we don't have 100 guys waiting to go and do inspections. Each office got about 6 to 7 guys, 8 guys.
I'm not trying to be ignorant, but I don't understand if I call the national response and it's somebody contacted my police department, the EPA, the fire department, all these agencies, and I called every one of these agencies. You don't know. I filed a complaint through the national response because that's what they say you're supposed to do because it goes to all you guys. I mean,
Do you think that there was not enough information for them to act on that?
no, there's plenty of information on my incident report.
I mean, I'm kind of just playing that out. Do you think that they looked at that and said, yeah, we need more than this?
You need more. You got chemicals. You don't have placards. You don't have a phone number. You don't have a name on the outside of the building.
That's what you're saying. But like I said,
That's what I'm saying. I can show you the tax records. I can show you a picture of it.
we're not allowed to go bring it down doors. We get sued for that.
But how does the company? I understand that. But how does the company get away with storing stuff illegally behind my home and I can't get nobody to do anything about it? I'm just sitting here in danger.
Well, like I said, I'm going to ask.
Nobody acted on it. And you don't think that I'm not upset? I have 3 family members that live in the same across the street and 2 houses away. I got my granddaughter here, and they're hauling truckloads of this stuff like it's Interstate 80 down a 2-block dead end street road to a building with a superfund fence around it. That's boarded up like it's vacant. Holes in the roof. All this.
Have you been in there? Have you seen the holes?
Yeah, you can see them from the street. I got pictures of it. The building's right here in our backyard. It's not 100 feet away, sir. This is my problem.
So it sounds like if this is the case, then the Rockford office definitely can see what's going on.
That's what I need. And I'm sorry if I came off wrong or whatever, but I'm just.
I understand. You're upset. Like my thing is just to let you know that we just can't go breaking down doors. But we'll definitely look into it.
I realize that, but
when I say that doesn't mean we're not, we're just going to close the book on it and say, hey, this is done.
Right.
We have limitations. I want you to understand that.
I do understand that, sir. I'm finding out a lot throughout this whole process, but
And that's the misconception people have. They call somebody, I even have to show up and just start
doing things, right?
And that's not true at all, Danny. We have rules that we have to follow just like everybody else. There's parameters that we operate under, and if we don't, we can get sued.
Right. Well, I know that they're hauling this stuff to a real tier 2 facility in Ottawa called LLI, and they're making a big stink because they don't want the crap here there, but they are actually up to code, steel-plated walls, containment, 24-hour surveillance. All their guys are trained in hazmat, OSHA, and they got the Homeland Security cards or whatever. I think they're TWIC cards. And we don't have nothing but a guy in a little white pickup that opens a gate and loads semis up. And like I said, it went from machine parts to the city to chemicals to a tier 2 chemical storage facility till we got 4 loads, and now we're up to 8. So I'm just really confused. And when the officer went in there, he went down. I told him, please go tell the city rep. And he went down and told the city rep what he's seen. He said something fishy's going on in there. He says there's a lot more than what they're saying is in there. And he went down and told the city rep. And then the city rep had a meeting with me at my home that day. And he said, just let him truck it out of there. You'll be safe. Let him get that stuff out of there so we can be safe. And I'm like, okay, but I'm going to record them because they told you X amount. And now there's X amount. Now they're saying they need 2 more weeks to haul this stuff out of here. They've been in the building ever since this fire alarm went off that went to the Karis control tower and not the fire department for over 3 hours or better. They called Karis Chemical, and Karis came and shut the power off to the building. And then hours later, somebody came out and fixed a sensor or something that was wrong in there. And I'm asking the city, well, why this is wrong? And all they can tell me is, oh, we're investigating it. Investigating what? The alarm going to the control panel? Or, nobody knew what was in that building until I brought it up. My fire chief had no clue. I said, do you know this building? He said, nope. I said, you know what's in it? Nope. I mean, this is a problem. I said, you guys could die. It's not just me. It's the people that come to help us, And I don't see how the city doesn't see this as a problem, but it's a problem.